Zeus Girls Secondary School, Kajiado. And number 4, St. Monica Munyaka Girls Secondary School, Nyeri County. Number 3, reports of the Auditor General and financial statement for the year ended 30th June 2025 and the certificates therein in respect of the following schools. Number 1, Kadino Otunga Girls High School, Bungoma County. Number 2, Chesamisi High School, Bungoma County. Number 3, Friends School, Kamusinga, Bungoma County. Number 4, Lugulu Girls High School, Bungoma County. Number 5, Moyale Boys Secondary School, Marsabit County. Number 6, Kalonya Girls National School, Busia County. Number 7, St. Brigid's Girls High School, Trans Nzoia County. Number 8, St. Joseph's Boys High School, Trans Nzoia County. And number 9, St. Stephen's Luanya Girls National School, Busia County. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I lay.
I beg to lay the following paper on the table of the House. 6. Report of the Committee on Parliamentary Broadcasting and Library on its consideration of the Books and Newspapers Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 47 of 2025. I thank you.
Sergeant, can you get your IT people to address the malfunctioning system? Chair, Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture. And clerk, can you also advise if the Hansard recording is working? Dan Wanyama.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the House today, Thursday, 18th June 2026. Reports of the Departmental Committee on Sports and Culture on its consideration of the following bills. Number 1, the Sports Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bill number 5 of 2026. Number 2, the County Library Service Bill, Senate Bill number 40 of 2026. And number 3, 2024. And number 3, the Creative Economy Support Bill, Senate Bill number 30 of 2024. I beg to lay. Thank you.
Thank you, Dan Wanyama. Next order.
Order number 6, notices of motion. Order number 7, questions and statements.
Honorable members, before we call out statements, allow me to acknowledge in the Speaker's Gallery Ndanai Girls Secondary School from Sotik, Bomet, Maralal High School from Samburu, West Samburu, and in the public gallery, Malivani AIC Boarding School from Makueni, Kilimo Primary School from Njoro, Nakuru. On my behalf and on behalf of the House, we welcome the students, their teachers, and those accompanying them to the House of Parliament. Thank you. We now go to statements. Mashua Waithaka. Honorable Mashua Waithaka, give him the portable mic.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I rise to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Communication, Information and Innovation regarding internet connectivity in ICT hubs within Kiambu constituency. Honorable Speaker, in June 2022, the Ministry of Information, Communication and the Digital Economy entered into a partnership with the Kiambu Constituency National Government Constituency Development Fund, NGCDF office, to enhance digital connectivity in 4 youth centers within the constituency. The partnership sought to establish fully equipped ICT hubs at Dumberi, Tinganga, Kehingo, and Gishosho youth centers in collaboration with Telecom Kenya. In furtherance of this initiative, the Kiambu Constituency NGCDF office remitted payments to Telecom Kenya for each of the 4 centers on the 14th June 2022. Honorable Speaker, despite the said payments being made and noting the importance of the project in promoting youth empowerment, digital literacy and digital inclusion, Telecom Kenya is yet to install internet services in the 4 ICT hubs. This delay has denied young people in the constituency access to critical digital services, online learning opportunities, e-government services, and other ICT-based economic opportunities. Honorable Speaker, it's against this background that I request for a statement from the chairperson of the Departmental Committee on Communication, Information and Innovation on the following. 1. Report on the status of implementation of the ICT Hub Connectivity Project in Dumberi, Tinganga, Kehingo, and Gishosho Youth Centers in Kiambu constituency. 2. Reasons for the failure by Telecom Kenya to install internet services despite receipt of payments from the Kiambu Constituency NGCDF office on 14th June 2022. 3. The steps being taken by the Ministry of Information, Communication and Digital Economy to ensure that the internet services are installed and operationalized without further delay, including the expected timeline for completion. And 4. Plans being implemented to monitor and ensure timely implementation of digital infrastructure projects across the country. I thank you, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, this is the second time I'm reading this statement, and I've not heard anything from the chair of the IC of ICT.
The chair ICT, is KJ in the house? He isn't. Majority Leader, can you cause the chair to bring a response before we break for the long recess?
Most obliged, Honorable Speaker.
Joyce Kamene, member for Machakos County.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I request for a statement regarding registration of community groups and community-based organizations. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of the Department Committee on Social Protection regarding registration of community groups and community-based organizations by the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection. Honorable Speaker, community groups and community-based organizations are registered through the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, specifically through the Directorate of Social Development. These organizations play a vital role in communities by empowering grassroots populations through the mobilization of groups, households, and individuals, facilitating the pooling of resources and promoting socio-economic development. However, the registration process appears to be convoluted and inaccessible to the targeted population, particularly at the grassroots levels, as many prospective applicants have limited access to internet services and digital platforms required for registration. Honorable Speaker, women and other vulnerable persons who form a significant proportion of these groups are concerned on the process of registration and seek civic education on registration requirements. In addition, the associated costs for registration, such as the approved registration fee, travel to registration offices, and statutory filing requirements, which low-income applicants, among others, may not afford. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background I request for a statement from the chairperson of Departmental Committee on Social Protection on the following. Steps being taken by the Ministry of Labor and Social Protection to ensure implementation of a user-friendly platform to streamline the registration process for community-based organizations. An indication on whether the ministry has undertaken a review for the registration process and related costs to ensure efficiency in delivering services to low-income communities and vulnerable populations. And number 3, measures put in place to ensure capacity building and support for vulnerable groups to ensure formal recognition of their groups without penalties for non-compliances. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Kamene. Chair Social Protection. Is that Alice? Yes, Hillary, you are a member of that committee? Give Hillary the mic. When can you bring a response?
I think next week, Mr. Speaker.
Next week?
Yes.
Thursday next week?
Yes, sir.
Excellent. David Mboni, member for Kitui Rural.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provision of Standing Order 44-2C, I wish to request for a statement from the chairperson of Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security regarding the status of investigation into the death of one Mr. Joseph Mungao Elu. Honorable Speaker, on 15 February 2026, a tragic incident occurred within Nairobi City County, leading to the death of Mr. Joseph Mungao Elu, order of ID number 38XX87, an electrician at the National Police College, Air Campus. According to the initial report made by the college and duty, the deceased allegedly began experiencing hallucinations while on duty and was subsequently attended to at the college health center by the college counselor. It was further reported that thereafter the deceased proceeded to a friend's residence where he alleged inflicted upon himself a fatal throat injury using a chicken knife. He was rushed to Nairobi West Hospital for emergency medical attention, but unfortunately succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. Officers from the Directorate of Criminal Investigation processed the scene and the matter was reported as Embakasi Police Station, Feed OB number 2/6/2/2026. The body of the deceased was later moved to Chiromo mortuary pending autopsy. However, the family of the deceased is yet to be provided with the status of investigation and action taken to determine whether there was foul play in his death. It also remains unclear whether Mr. Mungau's death is attributable to suicide or a murder case. Honorable Speaker, it is against this background that I request for a statement for the chairperson of Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security on the following. Roman 1, a report on the status of investigation into the death of Mr. Joseph Mungau Ilu, including the findings from the examination of the scene of the incident, forensic analysis, and any witness statement recorded. 2,
mentioned that the Ministry of Foreign Affairs should have systems, and actually the State Department of Diaspora should have mechanisms and systems that allow members' responses to be given on time, even when they're away. So I think that is important. We can use digital signatures because I'm told Honorable PCS Musalia Mudavadi is here to sign, but I think it is better that we use sometimes digital signatures, Honorable Speaker. Thank you very much.
So can you do that on Tuesday?
I promise. I'll have it on Tuesday.
LHA, Tuesday? Majority Leader? Your Thursday statement?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, pursuant to the provisions of Standing Order 44.2a, I rise to present the following statement on behalf of the House Business Committee, which met on Tuesday, 16th June 2026, to prioritize business for consideration during the week and the business coming before the House in the following week. Honorable Speaker, allow me first to thank honorable members, individually and collectively as a House, for dedicating additional sitting time this morning to consider certain budget-related priority business, which we finalized with the appropriation bill in the second and third reading stages this morning. It is my hope that we sustain this impetus at all times as we consider the important trusts that have been bestowed upon us by the people of Kenya. Honorable Speaker, with regard to business scheduled for Tuesday next week, the House is expected to undertake the following. 1, the second reading of the following bills, if not concluded in the course of business today. 1 is the Sovereign Wealth Fund Bill of 2026 and the Competition Amendment Bill of 2026. 2 is a Committee of the Whole House on the following bills. 1, the Central Bank of Kenya Amendment Bill of 2026. 2, the Kenya Revenue Authority Amendment Bill of 2026. 3, the Fisheries Management and Development Bill of 2023. And 4, the Public Participation Bill of 2025. Additional, Honorable Speaker, debate will also be undertaken on the following motions. 1, consideration of nominees for appointment as members of the NGCDF board. I think it's important I repeat that so that I have the attention of all the members, because this relates to all of you, that we will have debate on consideration of nominees for appointment as members of the NGCDF board. 2 is consideration of a petition regarding variation of boundaries for 3 specified forests. 3 is report of the Kenyan delegation to the 151st Assembly of the IPU, the Interparliamentary Union, and related meetings. 4, second report on the status of reports on petitions and resolutions. 5, consideration of the petition regarding the proposal to amend the Consumer Protection Act. 6, report on the audited financial statements of selected state corporations in the roads and transport sector. And 8, report on the audited financial statements for 6 state corporations. In conclusion, Honorable Speaker, the House Business Committee shall reconvene again on Tuesday, 23rd June 2026 to schedule business for the rest of the week. I now wish to lay this statement on the table of the House. Thank you.
Yes, member for Mukurweini.
Thank you, Speaker. I would like also to put it on record that I have 2 statements that have not been responded so far. I have a request that, Speaker, you approved on 17th of February 2026 on request for a statement regarding non-grading of Kenya Sign Language for non-deaf students in the 2025 Kenya Certificate of Secondary Education examinations. Honorable Speaker, the Chair of Education had given 2 weeks, and this has not been forthcoming so far. So, Honorable Speaker, I would request that he gives us the date when he can be able to give us this response. Honorable Speaker, I also have request for a statement regarding the delayed construction of Gaikundo Kaheti Nyagwadhi Wakulima Dairy Road in Mukurweini constituency. Honorable Speaker, you had approved this statement on 26th February 2026, and the response has also not been forthcoming. Lastly, Honorable Speaker, I will also want to join on the issue of the markets, as has been raised here. Mukurweini Kiahonda.
You wanted to bring to my attention the fact that your two statements have not been responded to. The issue of markets, I already gave direction, and you heard me very clearly. Didn't you, Honorable Member? I said I'll call you the minister and his PS, you will interrogate them here. And we have long passed that. So, Chair Rhodes, when do you respond to Honorable Member for Mukurweini's request on roads?
Honorable Speaker, can you give me an hour to find out whether the report is ready so that we can converse with the Honorable Member?
Why an hour?
Because I just wanted to confirm with the clerk.
If you want that little time, bring a response on Tuesday afternoon.
Thank you.
Education, the next one was education. The next one was education, right? Where is the chair education? Majority Leader, you can inform the chair education to bring a response to the honorable member on Tuesday afternoon. Next, yes, member for Bumula.
Honorable Speaker, 8 months ago, I raised a question directed to Departmental Committee, Defense, Foreign Affairs, regarding the military recruitment in my constituency. The chairman failed to give an answer. You ordered that he provides the answer. To date, Honorable Speaker, I have not received the answer.
This is Nelson. Nelson, you recall that?
Sorry, I don't recall.
I remember the request. I don't think was it 8 months? Just furnish the clerk with a copy of your request. Then Nelson, you can bring a response next week. Yes, Carole Omondi. Jerry, you have no business carrying out both your hands. I can see you. That's out of order.
Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I've asked a question here on 2 different occasions regarding the leasing of the sugar mills.
The leasing of?
The sugar mills.
Yes.
Nzoia, Miwani, Sony, and the CS responsible for National Treasury has not come to the House to furnish us with answers to those questions. And the farmers are really suffering. So I would like to get some confirmation from the Majority Leader when this will happen.
We'll revisit it next week.
Thank you.
Yes, Jerry.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I requested for a statement on 2nd March regarding defilement of minors at Kerugoya School for the Deaf. To date, the Education Committee has not given that response, despite saying they only required 2 weeks. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Education, any member of education? Majority Leader, tell Honorable Meli next week to bring a response. Kiamba? Honorable Kiamba?
Honorable Speaker, I requested a statement from the Housing Committee on 13th March, brought 5 orders in the House, and have never been answered. Gone to the table office, and I was told I would never be answered. Thank you.
Who told you that?
I was told.
Who told you?
By those concerned.
Honorable Kiamba, you are an honorable member.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I have written 5 orders, And eventually I even went to the table office and I was told they have tried to talk to the PS and I was told I will never be answered. I don't know, but it was reported from table office. Thank you.
I don't believe you, but write to the speaker, he will cause them to answer you. I do not believe what you are saying though. Wandeto?
I think, Mr. Speaker, this thing of statements not being responded to within the time frames for which those responsible have committed is becoming common. I also have a number of things that I've been following up with agriculture, with interior, and it's the same. So maybe, Mr. Speaker, if there was a way your office or the clerk's office could be tabulating these statements, and then there's some sort of enforcement on your end, because sometimes we find ourselves having to chase unnecessarily. Just for your guidance.
So that we make progress, honorable members, all members with unresponded to statements that are long overdue, record at the table office. They'll compile the list, bring to my office, and I'll ensure that they all get responded to before we recess. So just record them at the table office. Then Kirui, Tiambati is here. You are responsible for compiling that list, Tiambati, to bring to my office. Next order.
Order number 8, the Pest Control Products Bill, National Assembly Bill number 48 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to regulate the importation, exportation, manufacture, acquisition, distribution, advertising, use and disposal of products used for the control of pests and organic function of plants, to establish and provide for the powers and functions of the Pest Control Products Authority and for connected purposes.
Next.
Order number 9, motion. 8th, report of the audited financial statements of 6 state corporations.
Honorable Wangwe, have been requested by the majority leader and have acceded that I reorganize the order paper so that we go to order number 10, Committee of the Whole, then come back to your motion. Is that okay with you? Give Honorable Wangwe the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, that's quite in order.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Next order.
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole House.
Honorable members, remain seated. Remain seated. Sergeant, go back. Members on their feet, take your seats. Honorable members, before you go into Committee of the Whole, on the Finance Bill and the Appropriations Bill, I have the following short communication. Honorable members, before the House proceeds to the next order, which is consideration of the Finance Bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2024 in the Committee of the Whole House, I wish to provide guidance with respect to the consideration of the amendments proposed to the bill by individual members. As you will observe in the supplementary order paper, besides the amendments from the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning, there are additional amendments from individual members, including from the Deputy Leader of the Minority Party and the Member for Kadhiani, the Honorable Robert Mbui, CBS MP, the Deputy Minority Party Whip and Member for Embakasi West, the Honorable Mark Mwenje, CBS MP, and the Member for Yatta, the Honorable Robert Basil, MP. Honorable members, as you are aware, when considering any matter that has a financial implication on public funds, the House is bound by the provisions of Article 1142 of the Constitution. For clarity, Article 1142 of the Constitution provides that, and I quote, if, in the opinion of the Speaker, A motion makes provisions for a matter listed in the definition of a money bill. The Assembly may proceed only in accordance with the recommendation of the relevant committee of the Assembly after taking into account the views of the Cabinet Secretary responsible for finance. Additionally, honorable members, the provisions of Article 114 of the Constitution are further actualized in Section 39A of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412A, which states in part, and I quote, submission, consideration, and passing of finance bill. 4. Any recommendations made by the relevant committee of the National Assembly or resolution passed by the National Assembly on revenue matters shall C. Consider the impact of the proposed changes on the composition of the tax revenue with reference to direct and indirect taxes. D. Consider domestic, regional, and international tax trends. E. Consider the impact on development, investment, employment, and economic growth. F. Take into account the recommendations of the Cabinet Secretary as provided under Article 114 of the Constitution. And G. Take into account the taxation and other tariff arrangements and obligations that Kenya has ratified, including taxation and tariff arrangements under the East African Community Treaty. Honorable members, a money bill includes matters that contain provisions dealing with entirely taxation, the imposition of charges on a public fund, the appropriation, receipt, custody, investment, or issue of public money, and the raising and guaranteeing of any loan or its repayment. In this regard, the finance bill, being a bill dealing with inter alia taxation measures, is evidently a money bill. Therefore, its consideration by the House squarely falls within the confines of Article 114 of the Constitution, as well as other provisions relating to processing of legislation in the House. In this regard, honorable members, I have analyzed the amendments proposed to the bill and noted that some contain proposals touching on matters listed in the definition of a money bill pursuant to the provisions of Article 1142 of the Constitution. Honorable members, in this regard, the proposed amendments that were submitted and for which a disclaimer under Article 114 of the Constitution has been made will only be proceeded with if there is consultation with the National Treasury through the Departmental Committee on Finance and National Planning. In absence of evidence that the amendments were processed in the manner contemplated in Article 1114 of the Constitution, the Speaker is left with no choice but to direct that the Committee of the whole House shall not consider any of the amendments or parts of amendments that have been published in the order paper with a disclaimer. For clarity, the amendments proposed by the Honorable Robert Mbui MP on Clause 3, 4, 18, 19, 22, and new Clause 21A are subject to the provisions of Article 114 of the Constitution. The same case will apply to the proposed amendments by the Honorable Mark Mwenje MP on Clauses 7, 17, 22, and 36A, and the proposed amendments 36A, 35, and the proposed amendments by the Honorable Robert Basile MP to Clauses 31A, 9 relating to new paragraph 163 and 55. Honorable members, the bill will therefore proceed without referring to the proposed amendments and will be considered as though the amendments have been withdrawn. The House is accordingly guided. Honorable members, it's as clear as that. The Speaker did not write the Constitution. We wrote it as Kenyans, including yourselves. And we are all bound by it. So when you deal with delicate matters like finance bill and appropriations, I encourage you, and money bills, just do a bit of reading. Just do a bit of reading. I have a lot of consultants and advisors employed by you in this parliament. Just go to the Directorate of Budget. There is a very well-educated young man there called Dr. Masinde, a PhD holder in finance matters. He will help you so that when you bring your amendments, I'll approve any amendments you bring that conform with the Public Finance Management Act, the standing orders, and the Constitution. I'm a facilitator. Where you offend the law, again, my hands are tied. And Robert Mbui, I even placed a call to you and told you this, so that it's not strange, because I saw you as the team leader, and that is the law. The law is not necessarily reasonable. The law is the law. And Shakespeare said, the law is an ass, but it is the law. Honorable members, will you be upstanding? Order.
Order, honorable members, order. We are now in the committee of the whole house for the finance bill, National Assembly, bill number 26 of 2026. And just remind you that the speaker has given order. The speaker has given directions on how we proceed with this. And I hope the members who had amendments that are affected are properly guided. The chairperson of finance bill, I hope you are in your place to proceed with this. Honorable Mbui, what's out of order? Go ahead, Honorable Mbui.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for this opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I want to agree with the...
Honorable Kaluma. Honorable Undo, take your seats.
I want to agree with the Speaker that basically we have to respect the Constitution, especially Article 114 on money bills. But Mr. Speaker, this debate on the finance bill was done yesterday and was concluded yesterday at 1. Now, Mr. Speaker, if now it comes on the order paper today, there is absolutely no way that any member would have had the opportunity to do the consultation required. So I want to go on record that maybe in the future we ensure that we give enough time for members to be able to propose amendments, do the consultation with the committees, so that we go to committee of the House when we are all of us okay. Because right now I thought I would have been deliberating my proposals, but it looks like the law has locked me out. It isn't because we don't know the law. It's just because there was not enough time, Mr. Speaker.
The Honorable Kaluma. The Honorable Majority Leader, what do you have to say on this? The Honorable Mbui's comment is a fair comment. Go ahead. Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with Honorable Robert Mbui, and he's correct. and the Speaker was more correct, quoting Shakespeare that the law is an ass, but the Constitution is probably a bigger one, because Article 114 is in our Constitution. But we should also be honest with Kenyans so that we don't make it look like it is either the Constitution or the law that is barring us from doing what we are doing. All that happened yesterday, and it's good that we set this on record and set the record straight, we debated the bill in second reading. The bill was not introduced yesterday. This bill was published, I want to get the correct date so that I don't misquote anything. The bill was published at the end of, Chair, you can tell me, the Chair is the one who signed it. This bill came here in the House in April and was published on the 5th of May. The moment a bill is published and you read it, you are at liberty to start engaging with the National Treasury, and therefore we had 1 month and about 10 plus days to engage with the National Treasury, to engage with the committee on any amendment. And therefore nobody should feel that you have been in any way been stopped from proposing amendments, because the Constitution, the drafters of the Constitution, some of who still are in this House, were very clear on when they drafted this Constitution that there will be adequate time. That is why even in our standing orders, you can't publish a bill today and introduce it tomorrow. There's publication time that is there. Therefore, I sympathize with my brother, the Honorable Robert Mbui. Next time we will make sure that we remind you to engage with the National Treasury and the committee early enough.
The Honorable Member for Tetu, member for the great people of Tetu, the Honorable Wandeto. You got a mic next to you. Go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I think I join my colleague Robert Mbui. And there are two things here. Yesterday, Mr. Speaker, there were many people waiting on your list to contribute to this. But there was a sudden calling of the mover to reply, indeed when very many people would have wished to contribute and maybe make their voice known. Just like we say in this House, the majority may have their way, but at least allow the minority to have their say. The second one, Mr. Speaker, is that even some of us who wanted to propose amendments, I had some amendments I had drafted to the Tax Procedures Act to allow gradual implementation of this new monster called e-teams, which is hurting our small traders. And Mr. Speaker, I sent my memorandum to all possible offices.
Honorable members. The Speaker has made a ruling. I just thought that because the Honorable Mbui was affected, I thought he should make a comment on it. Now, I'll not allow any other comment on this matter, apart from one that I'll hear from the leader of the minority, because the point you've raised the first time, I was here yesterday. That is per se. It's water under the bridge. We cannot come and complain about what happened yesterday when nothing wrong went on yesterday. So I'll give the Honorable Junet order, and the Honorable Makali on matters that are new. If you talk about matters that have been passed on by the Speaker, I will cut you off. Go ahead, the Honorable Junet, go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I wanted to bring to your attention that we are in the Committee of the Whole House.
Correct.
We are not doing second reading,
Correct.
And we are not doing first reading, and there is no debate. More importantly, Mr. Speaker, I also want to bring to your attention that I agree with what members have raised, but Standing Order 95 remains in our standing orders. That any member can stand in his place anytime and ask for the mover to reply. And the Speaker puts that question on the floor of the House. If you don't want the debate to end, you defeat that question the Speaker has put on Standing Order 95. This is a house of tradition, and this is a house of procedure, Mr. Speaker. And we have not started Parliament yesterday, today. I knew some of our members are new, and they are slow learners. But that is the position of the House.
Makali Mulu.
Yeah, thank you so much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I totally agree with the Speaker's ruling, and we are not questioning it. But it is important we also go on record with a number of issues relating to the procedure. Honorable Speaker, everybody in this House knows that amendments to a bill are only allowed at the third reading, which means there is no other level where you can do amendments. So, Honorable Speaker, what I would say, and this is for the future, because this is now water under the bridge. I think then what it means is basically that before we go for a third reading for any money-related bill, it would be important to create some time between so that members can go to the chairperson of the committee and if there is need consult Treasury so that we don't lock members from making amendments, because there is no way you can amend a bill at second reading. And that one, you know, Honorable Speaker. Okay. If that was possible, Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Ndindi's comments would have gone to the bill.
Correct.
And I think it's important to go on record.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson.
The Honorable Makali Mulu. What you said is right, but the Honorable Ichung'wah said something that's very important, because then we'll end up in confusion. You and I have been in this House now 13 years. We do bills, second reading in the morning, and do committee in the afternoon. What the Honorable Ichung'wah said, which every member must remember, is that as soon as a bill is published, prepare your amendments, file them with the table office. There is no timeline upon which you must file your amendments, so that in case something happens like what happened now, your amendments are in file. This is important. It's good to listen sometimes too, that if you do amendments early, then there will be no excuse to leave them out. That is very important, that there's no timeline upon which you must file your amendments. You can file them as soon as a bill is read the first time. We'll now proceed to the Committee of the Whole House of the bill concerned, the Finance Bill number 26, 2026. Let's go ahead.
Provisions relating to the Income Tax Act, Cap 470, Clause 2.
Honourable members, I propose the question that Clause 2 be part of the bill. The Honourable Chair of the Finance Committee.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that Clause 2 be amended as per the order paper. Honourable Speaker, this particular amendment is seeking to clarify that when it comes to distribution of software, they do not constitute royalties in line with international best practice. Further, this amendment to the definition of withdrawals and winnings is seeking to correct clerical errors and to provide clarity on the definition. The amendment is to specifically exclude money transfer service, Honourable Speaker.
Thank all members. I propose the question that Clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. I now put the question, members, that Clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Chairman of the Finance Committee. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as the opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that Clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes, of course, have it.
Clause 3.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 3 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to propose that Clause 3 be amended as per the order paper. Honourable Speaker, this particular amendment is the one that is seeking to define what gratuity is. Please, Honourable Chair, please help me. I can't concentrate. I can't concentrate, please. So let me try again, Honourable Chair. I beg to move that clause 3 be amended as per the order paper, Honourable Speaker. This amendment is seeking to clarify what gratuity is, Honourable Speaker. In addition, this particular amendment is providing incentives to the national carrier in order to boost our aviation sector, Honourable Speaker. As you're aware, Kenya Airways has faced some challenges from global competition, and therefore this Honourable House, through this amendment, is seeking to provide further incentives to Kenya Airways, which is defined now here as a national carrier, Honourable Speaker, so that they can be competitive around the aviation sector.
All members, I propose the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I put the question that Clause 3 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 3 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 4.
Members, I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Remember, there will be no amendment. I now put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. As another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clauses 5, 6, and 7.
Members, I propose the question that clauses 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that clauses 5, 6, and 7 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 8.
Members, I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 8 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Speaker, it's important to note that this amendment is not substantive, but really seeking to clarify the provisions of that, that new section 11 of the Income Tax Act. I beg to move, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. I now put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. As many opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 8 as amended be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 9.
Members, I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 10.
Members, I propose the question that clause 10 be part of the bill. Chairperson. Clause 10, Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 10 be amended as per the order paper, Honorable Speaker, that in subsection 2, by inserting the following new provision, provided that in case of a person carrying out a money lending business, bank or financial institution licensed under the Banking Act, Microsoft Act, or Central Bank Act, a debt that has become bad in accordance with guidelines issued by Commissioner shall include principal, interest, and any other amount. Honorable Chair, this is a very critical amendment, Honorable Speaker, because currently, as it is in the law, if a bank or a microfinance institution incurs a loss on their bad debts, then there has been a limitation on them not being allowed to claim that as bad debts. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, this now provision will make it cheaper, Honorable Speaker, to access banks, Honorable Speaker, to access these particular loans by allowing these institutions to claim bad debts, Honorable Speaker, and to seal loopholes that have been used in the computations. I beg to move, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Order the Honorable Kaluma. Order. Members, I propose the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson Finance Committee. I now put the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 10 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those of the contrary opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15.
All members, I propose the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 be part of the bill. There being no amendments, members, I put the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 16.
Members, I propose the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 16 be amended as per the order paper. This is the issue of deemed dividend distribution. The proposed introduction of a 60% deemed dividend distribution threshold would improve an unnecessary burden on businesses and limit the ability to retain earnings for reinvestments. noting further that existing legal framework already provides sufficient discretion to address tax avoidance concerns. So, Honorable Speaker, this is one of the issues that I know some of the members from across the aisle had raised, Honorable Speaker, and the committee listened to the members of the public, and we have now proposing this particular amendment, Honorable Speaker.
Oh, members, I propose a question that clause 16 be amended to propose by the Chair of Finance Committee. I now put the question that clause 16 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of the Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Oh, members, I now put the question that clause 16 as amended be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Oh, members, as we say ayes and nays, order. As we say ayes and nays, we are joined by students from Kongotik Girls School, Bomet Central in Bomet County, in the Speaker's Gallery, and students from Muya Comprehensive School, Kiamba Constituency, Kiambu County, Redeemed Hope, and then you have children from, this is Muya Comprehensive Redeeming Hope Senior School from Kiamba, and Redeemed Hope Senior School in Bakasi, Nairobi. They are all welcome for the proceedings this afternoon. The Honorable Mwenje, you want to say something about the bill or the students? Okay, 30 seconds. Give it to Honorable Mwenje. You got the mic.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I just want to welcome the students to Parliament as they observe the Committee of the Whole. That school that Redeemed Hope from Embakasi West is in Umoja, Honorable Speaker, and it's one of those schools that is really rising and helping, especially the underprivileged. And I think on your behalf, Mr. Chairman and the House, let me welcome the students once again to observe the proceedings as we pass and oppose the finance bill. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think the students are sufficiently encouraged by your statements, and we welcome the full proceedings. The Honorable Leader, what you want to the students of the bill?
Chair, allow me also in 30 seconds to welcome those students.
Go ahead.
And to also inform them that when we vote in the affirmative or in the negative, it is part of our democracy. But it is also good for us to realize that in some of the proposals where we are reducing taxes, if you are voting no, you are saying those high taxes that Kenyans have been complaining about to remain. So be careful.
Okay, that is the effort. We were welcoming students to the House. There's no debate. There's nothing out of order. This has been done. Honorable members. Honorable members, I only allowed the two members to welcome students to the House. On this side, the Honorable Mwenje did it for us. On this side, the Honorable Chungwa has done it for us. Let me hear from the Honorable Member for Embakasi. Is it East or South? South.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we don't want any useless advice.
Are you welcoming students or talking about a debate?
I'm talking about the gentleman who
you can't do that. You can't do that. All members, the effect of our voting on clause 16 is that clause 16 is deleted from the Finance Bill 2026. Let's go ahead.
Clause 17.
The Honorable Mawade, did you use the word useless in your statement?
Yes.
Did you use the word useless in your statement? Will you proceed?
I withdraw and apologize.
Yeah, gentlemen, thank you. Yeah, gentlemen, thank you so much. Let's proceed. No, that's passed. That's been passed. That's gone.
Clause 17.
That's gone. I propose a question that clause 17 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 17 be amended as per the order paper. This proposal, Honorable Speaker, is to repeal the proposed repeal of the exemption on payments by the national carrier to non-resident service providers would increase business costs raise compliance and operational expenses, and disadvantage access to specialized foreign services critical for maintaining international aviation standards. Further, the amendment is seeking to provide clarity on payments made by a resident air transport operator designated by the government as a national carrier or a non-resident person, Honorable Speaker. What this means, Honorable Speaker, voting yes to this particular amendment would mean we are approving these measures to make our Kenya Airways very strategic and very competitive. And voting no on this amendment, Honorable Speaker, means disadvantaging Kenya Airways and giving our competitors, which are other airlines, Honorable Speaker, a better opportunity, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Oh, members, I now propose the order. I now propose the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The Honorable Biegon, what do you have to say on this?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I wanted to put the point of to ask the point of, for a point of order.
No, you already have the
to
mic.
know as to why you are denying me to say hello to my students.
You must not, that's not your right, so you cannot claim it. It's not your right. Go ahead and do what you want to do.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you. I would like to take this opportunity also to welcome my students from Kongwati Girls from Bomet East, and I would like to tell them that you are most welcome to this August House, and this is a place where some of you might even land in the near future.
And what do you say about this particular amendment?
I support.
Thank you. All members, I now put the honorable member for Nandi, please. Please go ahead.
You know, Honorable Speaker, the person who should have had the heaviest comment to make about this particular amendment that is very progressive was the Honorable Yegon, because he actually works with the airlines and he does a lot of business with it. But Honorable Speaker, allow me to borrow his word so that I can be able to say and appreciate the committee for actually considering this amendment. This is part of the issues that the eyes of the Kenyans who do business and even travel around here had actually picked. So this is a very progressive amendment to make sure that our national carrier, that is the pride of Africa, gets to continue flying and gets to make more profits. So I support this amendment.
Members, I put the question, therefore, that clause 17 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will as that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as that opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 17 as amended be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have those opinion say nay? Nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 18.
Oh, members, I propose the question that clause 18 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 18 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Speaker, by deleting clause 18, Honorable Speaker, this was where Kenyans were telling us the nil return filers, Honorable Speaker, there were further requirements that were being recommended for them in this particular bill, Honorable Speaker. And having listened to the views of the members of the public, they felt the status quo for filing of nil returns should remain. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, voting yes for this particular amendment would mean that Kenyans that file nil returns would have no extra burden, Honorable Speaker. Voting no to this amendment would mean that then we would have more requirements on taxpayers, Honorable Speaker, on nil return filers, Honorable Speaker, and this would be very problematic. This is one of the things we pick from public participation, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question. I now propose the question that clause 18 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The Honorable Pukose.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I think this is a very good amendment because considering that anybody who is over 18 years is supposed to file returns, and you'll find that we have students who are at the university who are not employed, and they have been filing returns. Even some of them who are in other countries, they have been calling us to ask that they are supposed to file returns because KRA has returned. Now, by deleting this, it means that those students can still file nil returns because they are not employed. Correct. And therefore, I know my colleagues have entered into rejection mode, but I think this is a good amendment that we should all of us support.
Okay.
With those few remarks, I support.
Majority Leader.
Honorable Chair, I rise to support this amendment, and as the Chair has said, the proposal in the bill was to move people who are doing their returns, nil returns, people who have no income to declare to KRA for tax purposes. They would have been forced to report by the end of January, to file their returns by the end of January, 30 days after. What the chair is doing, in conformity, again, for the interest of those who say that public participation bears no answers to the people of Kenya. The people of Kenya, during public participation, for those who cared to read the committee's report, the people of Kenya said they want the status quo. Even if you are filing nil return, you don't have to file in January. Therefore, by supporting this and voting yes, I am agreeing with the public. And anyone voting no is disagreeing with Kenyans on that particular provision and telling Kenyans that they now, if you are filing new returns, our students, our university students, because they get help loans, many of them register for PIN numbers. If you have a PIN number with the prefix A, then the bill was saying you file your returns by the 31st of January. That is why we are voting yes.
Thank you.
To help Kenyans.
Thank you. The Honorable Deputy Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chairman. Chairman, I want to say that I am happy that the House is agreeing with us that we reject the proposal from the executive. That is why we are voting on this one, yes.
Correct. The Honorable Member for Nyeri. Over there. The Member for Kirinyaga, sorry.
You know, it is very interesting that the majority leader can purport that they are doing young Kenyans a favor, while it is indeed them who had put this punitive provision in the finance bill. It is...
Okay. No, you must allow... Order. You'll allow that member her time to make a point. Go ahead. Finish your point.
It is unfathomable that he is the one suppressing the young people of Kenya and yet pretending to offer them help.
Thank you. Thank you. The Honorable Minority Leader. I'm going to give you. I'll give you.
Chair, first...
Let's have him first, then you come.
Chair, first I stand to support this amendment. But Chair, I'm happy that my deputy has acknowledged and he has realized that legislation is done in the House and not in the streets. So you should propose more so that we can agree with him, Chair. Because they want to do it in the streets other than doing it here, and now we are agreeing with them. For the benefit of Kenyans, and the amendment belongs to the committee and not him.
The Honorable Majority Leader, you have something you want to say about...
Chair, no, just because the Honorable Member for Kirinyaga, my good friend, Jerry Maina, mentioned me adversely, saying that I brought the bill. This bill, first, I know she has not read it also, is signed by the chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Speaker, if you... Honorable Speaker, I'm very meticulous.
That's too below.
This bill, for the benefit of those who have not read this...
The Honorable Leader, that is too below the skirt. That is too below the skirt, you will withdraw it. That is too below the skirt,
thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair, for your guidance. I beg to withdraw that reference.
Thank you.
But for the benefit of those who have not read this bill, for their benefit, this bill is signed by the Honorable Kuria Kimani, MP, Chairperson, Finance and National Planning. Number 2, FCPA. Number 2, Honorable Chair, this bill, these are proposals that come from the National Treasury. The chairperson of the Finance and National Planning Committee does not have a single proposal coming from him. These are proposals from the executive. So for the benefit of my good friend Jerry Maina, to know that you and the chair of the Finance Committee and myself are legislators, we oversight and represent the people. That is why when the chair proposed we amend the date on behalf of young Kenyans, I prevailed upon you, and the leader of minority has agreed with us that we need to agree with the committee that this proposal is good. Don't just vote no.
Thank you.
Because Wamunyoro has said you vote no.
Thank you. No. I will indulge the chairperson of the committee to say a word, then you can put the question.
Chair, I want to raise on Standing Order number 91, where members shall not shall be responsible for the accuracy of any facts which the member alleges to be true and may be required to substantiate any such facts instantly. Honorable Chair, the leader of minority has said that they are voting no to these particular proposals. They are helping Kenyans. It is important, Deputy Minority Leader, the Honorable Robert Mbui. In that case, therefore, Honorable Speaker, that statement is the opposite. Because, Honorable Speaker, by them voting no for this particular clause, it would mean a big problem for those people who file returns, Honorable Speaker. So it is very important that the leader of minority the deputy leader of minority does not misinform this House just to speak to the gallery.
Thank you so much.
It is important that he withdraws that particular statement so that Kenyans can know the import of them voting no to this particular clause.
Thank you.
So that they're not there saying how they are being helpful and they're doing the opposite.
The Honorable Wandeto, 30 seconds. Go ahead. 30 seconds, then we'll put the question, please.
I'm waiting. Thank you, Speaker. It is important what the majority leader has said, that this is indeed a bill of the executive, which sadly the Honorable Kimani Kuria signed. I don't know whether he read it before he signed. And now we are here, Mr. Speaker, to rubber stamp the work of the executive. So after they realize the heat from the public...
Order, Honorable Wandeto. Order. Members, I'm very patient with every member. But when you get the mic, don't raise issues that create heat, mostly because they are not legal, they are not factual. There's no reason for that. So that we proceed. Order. On this particular matter, members know this, that there's no minister who is in this House. So all bills come to this House will come in the names of chairpersons or resolution committees. You don't need to talk about it. It's not... All members, I now put the question that clause 18 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of the Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I put the question therefore that clause 18 as amended be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Thank you. The ayes have it.
Clause 19.
Members, I propose the question that clause 19 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
19. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 19 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this amendment is seeking to improve compliance and tax administration efficiency by simplifying filing of returns, where we are saying that individual taxpayers will file within 4 months, after 4 months, Honorable Speaker, within 4 months, Honorable Speaker, and for corporates within 6 months, Honorable Speaker. This is going to reduce the rush that we see at the end of the year by allowing by allowing 2 different days for filing of returns for individuals and for corporates. And Honorable Speaker, now that the Honorable Wandeto did mention me, I would like to inform the Honorable Wandeto, and I'm hoping that in the next Parliament you'll be able to come as a committee chairperson. Committee chairpersons carry bills from the executive as per the law. The same way the leader of majority party, being the leader of government business in the House, carries all the other bills from the executive. So it's important to clarify that, and I'm hoping that if God gives you a chance to come as a second term, you will understand that, Honorable Speaker.
No,
I don't just say things for the sake of saying.
I think he knows. He just changed sides. I now put the question that clause 19, order. Clause 19, he will say something after I've proposed the question, please. I propose the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of the Finance Committee. The Honorable Janet.
Chair, I want to support this amendment. Chair, we have been telling Kenyans that this finance bill is making tax administration easier, simpler, efficient, predictable. Chair, this amendment is giving individual tax returnees, the people who are doing returns, 4 months, and corporate 6 months. Without any rush, you take your time, you compute your taxes, and do it within 4 months as an individual, and 6 months. This should be told Kenyans that National Treasury is making their life easier and simpler, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The Honorable Chepkonga.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Thank you for recognizing me for being here. That this part of the House
It's part of Parliament. It's part of the House. Go ahead.
Part of the House. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. There are some people here who think that they are in Turkana, but this is part of the House. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this bill. Number one, this will make it very easy.
What did you say, the Honorable Chepkonga? Did you say something about Turkana?
No. There's a song which says Turkana is also Kenya, and that's what they have been singing around here. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support this bill. And Mr. Speaker, I want to say something which is important. You know, as a lawyer, and I want to speak to this question, because it appears that there's some confusion here, which is intentional. Mr. Speaker, when Honorable Wandeto says that this House cannot, or the chairs cannot sign the bills that come into this House to be introduced from the executive, he is completely unaware that we passed a new constitution in 2010 that made this country a presidential system. It is no longer a Commonwealth system. It is no longer a common law system. So the executive cannot sign anything to introduce anything to this House.
Thank you, members. I now put the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed by the chair of Finance Committee. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it, and now put the question that clause 19 as amended be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Honorable Kaluma.
Honorable Speaker, would it be confirmed if Honorable Mbui and Honorable Jack Wamboka have a loudspeaker in their chest? Because they are only two people, but when they speak, it is like 100 people on this side.
Yeah, given. The Honorable Jack Wamboka.
I'm not to blame for inability for Honorable Kaluma to speak as we do. First. Two, Honorable Kaluma should know that I don't want him to ever mention my name in his life. And that has to go on record. Yeah.
There is nothing out of order at all, so we'll proceed.
Clause 20.
The honourable members, I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill, and because there's no amendment, I put the question that clause 20 be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 21.
Members, I propose that clause 21 be part of the bill. Mover.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 21 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, this is where we are providing incentives for investments in excess of 10 billion shillings that is going to manufacture of LPG gas, Honorable Speaker. This is again one of the measures we're trying to reduce the cost of living, reduce the cost of fuel. We've seen what fuel, for example, has happened, and that has even led to increase in cost of electricity. And by providing this incentive, Honorable Chair, then you'll be allowing huge investments in production of LPG gas. And that, hopefully, Honorable Speaker, will also lead to reduction in the price of LPG gas for our homes, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. I put the question, therefore, that clause 21 be amended as proposed by the Chairman of Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those opinions say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 21 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 22.
Members, I propose the question that clause 22 part of the bill. Clause 22, the amendments were dropped. I therefore put the question that clause 22 part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as those opinions say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 23.
Members, I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill. The proposed amendment by the chair, by the Honourable Mwenje were dropped, so we have amendments by the chairman of the committee. Oh, sorry, they'll fall if the chairman is carried. So sorry about that. I hope that covers your point of order. Go ahead.
Clause 23.
Yes, clause 23.
Honourable Chair, I beg to move that clause 23 be amended as per the order paper. This amendment is seeking to clarify the capital gains exemptions, Honourable Chairperson. You need a further explanation. So if you check Honourable Chair, clause 23, it was proposing that paragraph 2 of the 8th schedule of income tax is amended by inserting the following new subparagraph: gains derived from the alienation of shares by a non-resident person, where the shares derive their value from Kenya, or the alienation results in a change in the group ownership of a company resident in Kenya and ownership of title in or interest in property located in Kenya. Honourable Chair, this particular provision is seeking to tax, Honourable Speaker, when international companies repatriate the dividends that they make from this particular country, Honourable Speaker, and when they change the ownership of shares. So, Honourable Speaker, what we've been seeing is multinationals, they register here as shareholders, as Kenyan shareholders, and then their purpose is not to have Kenyan shareholders, is to return back, Honourable Chairperson, to their home country. So, we're saying if you repatriate those shares back to a country outside Kenya, then you'd be subject, Honourable Speaker, to income tax. To income tax.
This has happened before, and I think it's a good amendment. We propose the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. I put the question that clause 23 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will as one of that opinion say aye? Will the other opinion say nay? Ayes have it, and I'll put the question that clause 23 as amended be part of the bill. Will, as another opinion, say aye? Aye. The other opinion say nay? Nay. Ayes have it.
Clause 24.
I propose the question. The Honourable. The Honourable order. The Honourable Mwenje, I'll allow you to order. Allow to address the House. Order. Of course, it didn't go. Allow you to address the House so that you satisfy your curiosity, so that they know what you wanted to do. But you know this has fallen. Go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. You know, Chair, I'd waited for this moment for quite some time, because when the Speaker was here, it was made to look as though we don't read. We don't know what Article 114 says. But we have put in amendments, and this is one of those amendments that did not require Article 114. So I should have that right to move it at the very least. Now the reason why I can't move it now, because it's already been overtaken. But the reason why I was putting this.
The Honourable Majority Leader, as a point of order, just take a seat for a minute. Just take a seat. We'll come back, don't worry.
Honourable Chair, you know, the Honourable Mwenje is right, and nobody has stopped him from moving, because the one that we have has been moved and adopted is the amendment by the Chair. Yours would only fall if probably it has similarities with the Chair's. Therefore, if there is no similarity, if it is different, you then get an opportunity to move yours and convince us. It's that simple.
Go ahead, Honourable Mwenje.
Thank you, Chair. No, thank you, Chair. The reason why, because I think the way we've done it traditionally, yes, I might be a first-timer, but usually we put all of them together, and then the chairs take precedence. Once we vote on it, the others fall. Now it's very similar, mine. And the reason why I was bringing it up, because my proposal, which I'm hoping the chair would be listening to, I was proposing that this threshold, that he has put for shares being repatriated by inserting the words that make 50% of the share capital. What you put, the way it is right now, it has no threshold. It means even 1% of shareholding, which will discourage people from investing in Kenya.
Okay.
So what I would have thought is that if we would allow and set a threshold, and you know that even under income tax, at times we get to up to 20%. What is standard within our region is 50%. That is, and even the bilateral agreements we sign with Mauritius and all these other countries. So,
Honorable members, I think your point, Honorable Mwenje, is made. And yes, and I'd be sorry. The reason we did what we did is that the Honorable Chairperson's amendment was deleting the whole thing. So there was nothing to amend. But for your comfort, after 6 months, you can come back with the same amendment so that you carry it without the chairman interfering with your train of thought. Let's go ahead. You still want to say something on this, Honorable Chungwa? Thank you.
Clause 24.
Oh, members, I propose the question that clause 24 be part of the bill because there's no amendment. I now put the question that clause 24 be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as other opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
New clauses. New clause 22A.
So, members, I propose the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. The mover to move this for second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 22A. Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 22A be now read a second time. Honorable Chair, this amendment is seeking to insert the following new clause immediately after clause 22. 22A, the fourth schedule to the Income Tax Act is amended by inserting the following new item, a financial institution license under the Microfinance Act. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, when you check the fourth schedule of the Income Tax Act, it provides for institutions where once you take, say, for example, a mortgage, Honorable Speaker, you get a mortgage relief. But however, this has been, this exemption is usually given to banks, to commercial banks, but microfinance institutions were missing from this list. So therefore, by inserting Microfinance Act as a financial institution recognized under fourth schedule, that improves the treatment they get to be the same as other financial institutions.
Thank you so much. Can I propose the question first? I propose the question, members, that the new clause 22A be enacted a second time. The Honorable Ruto, then the Honorable Majority Leader.
Thank you, Chair. Even as we look at this particular proposal of including the microfinance, there is also a need to evaluate mortgage provided by organized schemes like Parliamentary Service Commission, where they provide mortgage to members here or to staff. While they are repaying interest, it is not captured as part of the benefit as it is treated in the public sector or in the banking sector. So something, again, that we need to look at it. Thank you.
Thank you. Majority Leader.
Chair, first I support this amendment. It's a very important amendment, and I want to agree with CPA Ruto, because even for members of parliament, your mortgage scheme is not necessarily from a bank. It is an organized scheme, and therefore you ought to benefit. And I know in this amendment there was a proposal to extend the same reliefs to staff of the Central Bank of Kenya. But following a meeting we had with the chair and the KRA and the National Treasury yesterday and the day before, we will be bringing back that proposal so that it incorporates even schemes like that of the Parliamentary Service Commission, the Judicial Service Commission, and other Kenyans who have schemes that are outside of the financial institutions. But, Honorable Speaker, again, the Honorable Junet told us that part of what the National Treasury did in this year's finance bill is to extend certain benefits to ordinary Kenyans. This amendment is extending mortgage relief benefits to ordinary Kenyans. Therefore, by voting for this, yes, you are extending mortgage relief to Kenyans who pay taxes, then they get a relief from their mortgage. So even as you vote no, be aware that your no vote, you are saying don't extend that relief to ordinary Kenyans. And therefore, vote yes.
No one has voted no yet, so don't worry. The Honorable Wandeto. No, this is second reading, so I'll allow at least two more members to say something. This is on second reading.
You know, Mr. Speaker, the majority leader is trying to, I guess, incite us against Kenyans on this live broadcast. But I would like to inform him that the reason we are rejecting, actually we want to reject this finance bill in totality. Clause by clause, it should be withdrawn, none should go through, and that's why we are going to be voting no for every clause. Because, like I said before, it's a bad bill, they published it. When they realize the heat, now they are busy cleaning it up.
We will
and
listen,
Kenyans can see the attempt to clean up. We should reject in total. We don't need to raise this, extra money through these punitive taxes that are being proposed.
Thank you, the Honorable Oundo. The Honorable
Chair.
The Honorable Youth Leader, order of order. Let's listen to the Honorable Oundo. Hold your horses. Let's listen to the word of order first. The word of order from the
Chair, as much as it's not Oundo, it's Honorable Wandeto is saying I'm trying to incite Kenyans. You know, I would never want to incite Kenyans at all for whatever reason. But I like to inform Kenyans so that even as we make decisions, because we are making decisions that are in the best interest of Kenyans. And you vote. Honorable Speaker, if you can protect me from this kind of immaturity I'm seeing from the member for
we will listen to the Honorable Youth Leader in silence. Then you will have your chance.
The Honorable Wandeto, who is a very well-schooled person, said that I'm inciting Kenyans. Whereas all I was seeking to do is to inform Kenyans that it is, and it is okay, by the way, to reject this finance bill in its totality. But in the totality of that rejection, it is also important for us to inform Kenyans that there are certain tax reliefs that we are giving to them. Therefore, Honorable Wandeto, I have no business inciting you or inciting Kenyans against you. I want you to tell the people of Mukurweini, of Tetu, where the ones you represent, those who are tea farmers and coffee farmers, who have no privilege like myself and yourself to be able to access mortgages from big commercial banks like we do. They walk to their microfinance institution in Tetu or in Nyeri town, they access a mortgage facility there. I get a relief on my mortgage, you get a relief. You do not want the villager in your village to get a relief. Why would you be that unfair to your people? Why?
Thank you.
Why would you be that unfair?
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you.
Why, Wandeto?
That's okay. I think that this will be decided either way. I now put the question that the new clause 22A be read a second time. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I propose the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. I now put the question that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. The honorable member from Kisii. I'm not able to get the name. The honorable Mayaka. What is out of order?
Chair, you know we are not. Our voices are not as loud as our male colleagues.
You got the mic now, so go ahead with your point.
So, Chair, I just wanted to add my voice to this particular clause because it's very important. One of the microfinance institutions that is actually licensed under this is the Kenya Women Finance Trust. And for me, this is a win for the very many million women Kenyans who are members of the Kenya Women Finance Microfinance Institution because they're beneficiaries of this. So
members, I now put the question again that the new clause 22A be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Will ask those other opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Value Added Tax Act, Cap 476, Clause 25.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 25 be part of the bill. Because there are no amendments, I put the question that Clause 25 be part of the bill. As someone of that opinion say aye? As someone of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 26.
I propose the question that Clause 26 be part of the bill. Chairperson, Clause 26.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 26 be amended as per the order paper. Honorable Chair, there has been a big shift in how businesses are employing employees. So what you find is that most establishments would outsource the service of the staffing of their staff, Honorable Chair. And so what that meant is, if I have a business that I employ 1,000 people that work at QuickMart, so I will pay my staff their salaries, and then QuickMart will reimburse me, will pay me. So what KRA did was go to those particular businesses and say, because you have received this, then you should charge VAT. And Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, from public participation, we realize that is a mistake, because there is no value being added. It is just reimbursement for their service. And therefore, we are recommending that we expressly provide it for the law, where these establishments provide for that outsourcing of labor, Honorable Speaker, they will not be subjected to VAT when they are reimbursed by those establishments.
Thank you. Thank you. Members, I propose a question that clause 26 be amended as proposed by the chairperson. I put the question that clause 26 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of Finance Committee. As many other opinions say aye. As many other opinions say nay. The ayes have it. And now put the question that clause 26 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many other opinions say aye. Will have those opinions say nay. The ayes have it.
Clause 27.
Members, I propose the question that clause 27 be part of the bill. Chair. Clause 27.
You know, Honorable Chair, it's the leader of majority who is consulting on a particular matter. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that clause 27 be amended as per the order paper. This Honorable Chair is correcting a cross-referencing error where subsection 2 has been referred as subsection 1.
So it's a correction, just cleaning up. So I propose the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the chair. I put the question that clause 27 be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many other opinions say aye? Will as many other opinions say nay? The ayes have it. I put the question, members, that clause 27 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many opinions say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 28.
Members, I propose the question that clause 28 be part of the bill. There will be no amendment. I put the question that clause 28 be part of the bill. Will as many of that opinion say aye? Will as many of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 29.
Members, I propose the question that clause 29 be part of the bill. Chairman.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 29 be amended as per the order paper. Again, Honorable Chairperson, these are some of the matters that were raised by the members of the public. Because what this clause was doing, by changing the definition of the word person under the VAT Act, it would have created unnecessary responsibility and obligation for even small traders to be required to account for VAT. And therefore, this is some of the issues that we agreed with the members of the public. We disagreed with National Treasury, and therefore we propose its deletion.
Members, I propose the question, not put the question. I propose the question that clause 29 be amended as proposed by the finance chairperson. The Honorable Kingola. The Honorable Kingola.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As much as I agree with the Chairman Finance, when I looked at clause 29, Mr. Speaker, I wonder why each committee have to introduce such draconian measures to common mwananchi. If you look at that clause, it was proposing that every person who does any business should provide an invoice. And I was wondering, at what point will Mama Mboga, Boda Bodas, and those small-scale entrepreneurs do that? So, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, we should not be doing such things just to make Kenyans look like the government is minding them. Yet, it is something which is being brought here to incite or, in fact, look like they are bribing Kenyans.
Okay, the Honorable Majority is out of order.
You know, Honorable Speaker, it is important that we be honest with Kenyans and be very sincere in our engagements. Because the bill I am holding here, and I actually want to challenge, and I will volunteer my copy of the bill to Honorable Makau.
show us where in this bill the things you are alleging are about invoices are. It is okay to say things in Mavoko, but not here, honestly.
Order.
You can't allege things that are not in the bill that are there. And if anything, the chair has also clarified that even what was provided for in the bill in terms of a registered person, the definition of a registered person, he has simplified it and corrected it.
No,
don't use this floor to try and score cheap points.
The Honorable Kingola, where are the invoices in the bill?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I have the bill.
Read here.
Clause 29.2. This clause proposes to require the issuance of an invoice by every person who supplies goods. And of course, I was trying to say this will be very difficult for all small suppliers such as Mamamboga, motorbike drivers. That's what it is. It is not.
No.
It's in the bill. It is in the bill.
The Honorable Undo, sit down. The Honorable Undo, take your seat. The Honorable Mukuni, take your seat. The Honorable Kingola, read for me in clause 29 where the invoices of supply are. That's what I asked you to do. The Honorable, give it. Order.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chairman, look at clause 29.2. You can read, Mr. Chairman.
Order. I asked the Honorable Kingola to read. The Honorable Kingola, read that bill. Order. The Honorable Zambia, order. The Honorable Mukunyi, take your seat. Order. You can take my specs. The Honorable Kingola, you shall read that bill. Order, members, order. The Honorable Kingola, go and sit and read. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm going to read it. Clause 29, number 2, an invoice showing an amount of that purports to be tax shall only be issued in respect of a taxable supply.
Thank you. Now make your point.
Thank you. Then, that is why I said, Mr. Chairman, I have a lot of respect.
No. You'll come back to this.
Thank you. Give him.
Order, members. Order.
Mr. Chairman, I have
because order, members.
Mr. Chairman, I have the floor.
Order, members. If we go back to what you had said earlier, you will find that, so go ahead and finish your point.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. The reason why I say this, Mr. Chairman, this government has developed a trend of bringing laws.
No, that now is conjecture.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, it is.
You shall sit down.
Because you cannot bring a proposal to doing Kenya.
Go ahead. Go ahead. The members, it's not good to do conjecture. It's good to be factual. Honorable Junet, go ahead. Honorable Junet, move to this seat. Move. Just use this one.
Chair, it is true that 29.2 says an invoice showing an amount that purports to be taxed shall only be issued in respect of taxable supply. But, Mr. Chair, I want to tell Honorable Macau, my commissioner, that if he had listened to the committee chair earlier,
yes,
the amendments that the committee chair has moved by deleting registered persons, that registered person is talking about is the same people he's talking about. Mamamboga, he's talking about Mutumba. Yes, that is the truth. This is what the bill is saying. Unless you want to, that is, if you listen to the amendment, of the chair, and I want to congratulate the chair by taking care of Mamamboga, Mutumba, and all small traders. Chair, congratulations, because when you delete registered persons, you are taking care of that category of business people. But the corporate people will pay their taxes.
Thank you, members. I now put the question. All members. That clause 31. 29 be amended as proposed by the chairperson of the Finance Committee. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that clause 29 as amended be part of the bill. Will as another opinion say aye? Aye. Will as another opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 30.
Members, I propose the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. There being no amendment, I put the question that clause 30 be part of the bill. Will have another opinion say aye? Aye. Will have another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 31.
All members, I propose the question that clause 31 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause that one be amended. And Honorable Chair, I beg for members for patience because this is quite a very consequential amendment. I beg to move that clause 31 is amended by first inserting such capital goods, the exemption of which the capital secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than 5 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. So this particular provision on clause 31 is providing, Honorable Chairperson, for exemptions for manufacturers that come to invest more than 5 billion shillings. This is meant to make sure that Kenya becomes a manufacturing hub. 5 billion shillings, not less than 5 billion shillings. So that means that anybody that that comes and invests, makes such a huge investment here, and honorable leader of minority is telling me we make it too. Then that comes and makes the investment here, then Kenya will certainly become a manufacturing hub, Honorable Speaker, across the region. Second, Honorable Speaker, we are proposing to delete several of these paragraphs, Honorable Speaker, and this is where we are speaking to the change in the first and the second schedule, where some of the proposals that were being proposed to move from zero rate to exempt were being proposed in this paragraph 31. So what, Honorable Speaker, after extensive public participation, this committee has made a decision to retain the following items under zero rate. Honorable Speaker, one of them is input of raw materials for, one of them is transportation of sugarcane from farms to milling factory, Honorable Speaker. And this I know is a huge, huge deal for the people of Western Kenya, for the farmers of the sugar sector, Honorable Speaker, and therefore it is important that transformation of sugarcane from farms to milling factories continue to be zero rated, Honorable Speaker, so that we make it easy to have manufacturing, Honorable Speaker, and grow our sugar sector, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
It is also important to note that we have also retained, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, the supply of raw materials for feeds, Honorable Speaker. Animal feeds are going to continue to be under zero, Honorable Speaker, and this is to continue making sure that feeds, Honorable Speaker, that animal feeds continue to be affordable, Honorable Speaker, and continue to retain in zero rate, Honorable Speaker. It is also important that we also mention that manufacturing of phones, of locally assembled phone manufacturing of phones, we still want to make that to be zero rate, Honorable Speaker. This is going to continue making it easy for our own locally manufactured smartphones and other phones to be very competitive in the market, Honorable Speaker. It's important to note when His Excellency the President said that Kenya is manufacturing phones and laptops, some people said that was a lie. It is important to tell Kenyans that we have companies in this country that produce more than 1 million smartphones per year, including, not limited to M-Copper, including Sangbird, including Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology. So we have Dedan Kimathi University. We have grown as a country that now we are exporting smartphones, we are exporting laptops, we are exporting computers, Honorable Speaker, and this particular zero rating of this particular product continues to ensure that we have good employment for young people and we are competitive, Honorable Speaker, in that sector.
Thank you, Honorable Members. Order. I have not even proposed the question. Can I propose it first? I propose the question, members, that clause 31 be amended as proposed by the Chairperson of the Finance Committee. And before you do that, before I give it to the Honorable, I want to give it first to Honorable Mbui, but before I do that, please welcome children from the Kirima Comprehensive School, Ojoro constituency, in Nyandarua County. The Honorable Mbui.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. I had an amendment on that in that clause, which I dropped. because I believe that, I'm convinced to reject the whole bill. But, Chair, on the matter that the Chair has raised, the change in 146, now, I see this offending the Statutory Instruments Act, because you cannot give the CS authority to exempt, and there is no reference to Parliament thereafter. Because he's just saying that such capital goods that the exemption of which the Cabinet Secretary may determine. Now, ideally, there has to be some fallback so that even as he makes that decision, he can also come back to the people's representatives for acceptance. So I think I would have wanted this to have gone through, but I wish he would have amended it in a way that we also hold sway over the executive on that matter. Thank you, Chair.
All members, on this, I will give a couple of members to say something. So I want you to be patient. But when I give you a chance, please stick to the topic of discussion and spend 1 minute to make your point. The Honorable Wangwe. I'll give this side, then I'll come back this side. Give him the next. Give him any. The Honorable Wangwe, you could use this one.
Sorry. Thank you, Chair. Chair, allow me to really appreciate the committee for making it possible that we retain the zero rating of transportation of Ken, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, by applying exemption, it was definitely going to distract what the government has structured now in terms of supply of Ken. The industry has stabilized, Honorable Chair, and distorting it by making it exempt was definitely going to distract everything. Therefore, I want to support the amendment and retain that the committee amendment stands. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Members, the Honorable Wangwe had moved successfully the sugar bill and is now an act of parliament. That's why this is very important to him. I'll give it, the Honorable Junet. There's a young man I want to give a chance before you. He's called Honorable Mukunji. Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And when I was reading this bill, Honorable Speaker, I was wondering, what is it that this country wants to achieve by moving from zero rated to exemption of important things such as manufacturing of things in this country. Honorable Speaker, this House in 2024 was invaded because of some proposals that were felt to be so draconian in this country, Honorable Speaker, and out of the executive proposals, we found ourselves under siege, and many members had to run away in very weird places, including ambulances, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I am one of the people who spoke closely to these manufacturers. And because of that proposal alone, funds would have gone to more than 40% increase in their prices, and they could not compete with even what is, Honorable Speaker, they are getting from outside. But, Honorable Speaker, I ask myself, why is it that somebody can sit down and make a proposal so bad that it gets to this House and this House gets a bad name out of it? That's why, Honorable Speaker, as we say, and I know we are going to actually continue having this fight between zero ration and exemption. It is important, Honorable Speaker, to realize that many of these proposals have a ripple effect, whereby some of these proposals will have jobs being lost. Honorable Speaker.
Order. The Honorable Mukunji. Now, be specific on 31, please.
Yes, I am there, Honorable Speaker.
Please.
Honorable Speaker, the phone manufacturers, as a matter of fact, they should be given some tax rebate, including the railway tax and other taxes that involve local manufacturers.
Thank you. Honorable Ngogoyo, I gave you a minute. You've taken 3.
Thank you.
Actually gave you 1 and allowed you 3. I said 1 and I gave you 3. Honorable Ngogoyo, go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. And I want to say that on this particular clause, the committee has taken into consideration what we raised on the second reading. But let me say, if you want to build a country, this is how you build a country by zero rating. The
executive had proposed totally different, and most importantly, you want to bring in another clause as the issue of excise duty, and you don't want funds to come from outside the country. Grow your economy so that some of those things you are able to facilitate people who are in this industry, so that ultimately the issue of even excise duty, which we will be rejecting, will not be there, because once we grow this industry, it will be easy for us. Lastly, allow me to say, the chair, you have considered what you say. That is now what should be happening, not what you do in other incidences.
Thank you. Honorable Wandeto.
Speaker, I also want to thank the Committee of Finance for at least listening to Kenyans on this one. And that's why I was challenging my good friend, Honorable Kimani Kuria, that such proposals should not have even been published in the first place. We should not be going through this cleansing ceremony and wasting time. But Mr. Speaker, my contribution is, and I would like the Honorable Kimani Kuria to listen to this, about manufacturing and the exemptions that are being proposed here, that the Cabinet Secretary can deal with exemptions up to 500 million shillings. I think you have amended it to 5 billion. Mr. Speaker, we are trying to encourage cottage industries. And we seem to be running an economy that we are purposing for foreign investors. Let us also purpose our economy to encourage local investors. We have many people going to China to get machines of 2 million, 3 million, to do juice extraction, packaging this and that. It is important that at least they also get this sort of capital investment exemption.
Honorable Junet.
Chair, I want to point out that members don't understand the powers they have. It is the same reason why, we are looking at this bill is because we are the ones who have the powers to amend it. National Treasury can propose anything they want under the sun. Now, you don't need to say, why is National Treasury proposing? It is you as the representative of the people who should make a decision. And that's why we're here today. That's what we are doing. Honorable Wandeto must know he has been sent here by Tetu people so that he can protect their interests in accordance with the law, and that is what we are doing to do. So, Mr. Speaker, first I want to support this amendment. I want to say, Mr. Chair, that this amendment is going to make Kenya an industrialized country. Chair, you know, when you attract investment more than 2 billion shillings to your country and giving them reliefs is when you will get serious investors. That is when you will attract international investors. That is when you will attract foreign direct investment to your country, Mr. Speaker. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, I represent sugar growing area. By zero rating transportation of sugar cane, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Chair, is going to make my people's life better. Chair, as you are aware, this government of the broad-based has revived the sugar industry like no other government. All the sugar factories in our area are now working. In my own county, sugarcane farmers have been paid 1 billion shillings for the last 1 month, for the last 1 year, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, let us accept when the government is doing a good job. Let us own it, Mr. Speaker. Let us not just oppose for the sake of opposing, like what I'm seeing from this village of Amunyoro.
The Honorable Wamuch. The Honorable Muchomba. 1 minute, please. Let it be a minute so that we clear this. The Honorable Muchomba.
Chair, thank you very much. I happen to be a member of Finance Committee, and we went to various counties in this country listening to Kenyans submitting on their views of the proposed executive finance bill proposal. One of the biggest proposals we received, especially in my county, Kiambu, they came and told us they don't understand the issues of exempt. All they care is whether the animal feeds are going to be cheap at the point of purchase. So, Honorable Chair, it is important for every member of this parliament, before we come to such strategic discussions like today, everybody should seek to read the reports of committees before you come to debate in this house, so that you know what members of your county proposed and what is being adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You know, I gave out the 5 on this side. Allow me to also give this side. The Honorable Oundo. Yeah. It's only fair. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I want to support the amendments brought by the Chair of the Committee on Clause 31, particularly to make manufacturing in this country more competitive. But more importantly, Mr. Chair, zero rating transportation of cane is a very, very critical move at this point in time when cost of production is a major issue in this country. The cost of production, 30% goes to transportation of cane. So if we zero rate, Mr. Chair, we will be reducing the cost of production in this country.
Thank you so much.
Thank
the
you,
Vice Chair of Finance Committee.
Thank you, Chair. I think I need to make this clear.
Are you
I am just a member of Finance. The Vice Chair is
Honorable CPA Ruto.
I am a committee member of Finance.
You've been purporting to be Vice Chair of that committee. I didn't know, now I do. The Honorable CPA Ruto, go ahead.
Thank you. That could be good prayers. Chair, I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report. And can I be heard in silence, Chair? I'm just speaking from the point of view of the committee report.
Yes.
What members, Honorable Wandeto there is saying is that it is very good to be attentive and always collect the content of every committee report before you react. Because right now it comes out that the committee has done the right thing, what we were wailing about, what we were complaining about, and the committee, guided by Article 118 of our Constitution, they undertaken public participation and have taken into consideration the views of the members of public that are affected. And they are put in this report. The entire report carries huge stakeholder engagement and what members of public are saying.
All members, thank you.
Always listen to the report, go through the report before you argue.
Thank you. Now that you'll agree that this clause does justice to what is required. Honorable Kaluma, lastly.
Chair, I want to support this provision, but with a caution that when we zero rate goods and services, the benefit should go to the consumer. Honorable Chair, the reason as to why the government was initially proposing deletions of these zero-rated items is that no benefit is going down. Instead, the tax expenditure is going into hundreds of billions. So we are collecting money, giving to people who are not passing the benefit. So let me say that because we are not as bold as we should be today, and because the people want it so, let us zero-rate these goods, but let the factories, the owners of the goods and services, transfer the benefits to the consumers.
Thank you so much.
That is something
Thank
we
you.
need
Honorable
to
members,
look at.
I want to allow the Honorable, because there's a small thing we left out, and it's causing confusion. The Honorable Chairperson of Finance Committee, you got two further amendments to move before we vote on this. Please go ahead.
So, Honorable Chairperson, even before I move these two amendments, Honorable Speaker, I am happy that our honorable members from the other side of the aisle, we are now reading from the same page. That Honorable Chair, these proposals come to this House. It is our responsibility to make our decision. That's why we are elected by the people of Kenya, Honorable Speaker. As important also not to take the floor of this House to deliberately mislead, so that when you are voting no, then you are purporting that.
Thank you. Please move your amendments now.
Honorable Speaker, after further consultation, I want to move a further amendment, Honorable Speaker, that's on clause 31, that such goods with the exemption of the Cabinet Secretary may determine to promote investment in the manufacturing sector, provided that the value of such investment is not less than Kenya shillings 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker. The 5 billion is a bit too high, Honorable Speaker, and I think we agree that allowing investment of up to 2 billion shillings, Honorable Speaker, at least that will give an incentive to many more manufacturers. A billion, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, secondly, I would like to further move that. Where is that? Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, I beg to further move that clause.
It's 174, paragraph D.
That clause 174, paragraph D, be further amended to read the following. In paragraph B1, by deleting the proposal new paragraph B and substituting therefore the following new paragraph, the issue, transfer, receipt, and other dealing with money, including money transfer services and accepting over the payment counters of household bills, but does not include the rest. So we're just changing the word or to and. And the purpose of this investment, Honorable Speaker, after again very consultative public participation, the wording on this particular clause, Honorable Speaker, could have been interpreted to mean that M-Pesa services would be subjected to further tax, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
So by wording it like that, Honorable Speaker, it expressly provides that no additional taxation will be allowed on such crucial services, like, for example, M-Pesa service, Honorable Speaker. And Honorable Speaker, lastly, following the ruling on the T bill, Honorable Speaker, by the court, I think it's important that I declare interest that I'm a farmer, and so I did a lot with animal feeds, and therefore, Honorable Speaker, it's important that I go on record that I am a farmer, Honorable Speaker, on this particular.
Now, Chair, before you sit down, there's an issue that was raised by Honorable Mbui earlier on what are the benchmarks to ensure that the CS Treasury does not use this discretion badly. I think you need to make a comment on it.
Yes,
The decision on the 2 billion.
So, Honorable Speaker, when you were arguing this, we actually strongly felt that we needed to add another provision to subject this to the National Treasury issuing regulations, Honorable Speaker.
Okay.
But again, we thought that period between now and when the regulations would be published and passed in this House could still disadvantage those ready investors to come and invest, Honorable Speaker. But we'll be moving further in further tax amendment to provide that the National Treasury must issue regulations, Honorable Speaker, as you said, to make sure that this particular proposal is not abused, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Mbui, I hope you work with him to ensure that you bring these regulations. So, members, I now put the question that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be further amended as proposed by the Chairperson of Finance Committee. Will another opinion say aye? Will those opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I propose the question, therefore, that clause 31, as amended and further amended, be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 32.
Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be part of the bill. Chairperson of the committee.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 32 be amended as per the order paper by deleting the following paragraphs, Honorable Chair. Now that we have made the deletions on clause 31, that we are moving those items from second schedule to first schedule. We now need to delete them again where they are, Honorable Speaker. So this means that now the items that we have listed as taking them back to zero rate remains under zero rate.
You are cleaning up. Thank you. Members, I propose the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair of the Finance Committee. Honorable Undo.
Let me also take this opportunity to thank the committee for listening to the cries and the voices of Kenyans. But of course, as we do that, we must always question the motive of the drafters of this document. They must have been sadists. They are not typical experts that we thought went there. No sane person, no sane Kenyan could have done this. Honorable Speaker, it's unbelievable. But thanks a lot for the Parliament for listening.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will another opinion say aye? Will another opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Members, I now put the question that clause 32 as amended be part of the bill. Will another opinion say aye? Those opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
New clause 26A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 26A be part of the bill. Mover to move it for second reading.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that new clause 26A be now read a second time, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, this relates to supplies that are made to Kenya Defence Forces, Kenya Defence Welfare Services, the National Intelligence Service, the National Police Service, and the National Intelligence Service, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, the supplies that are made to these institutions for our men and women of uniform who do very tremendous job in protecting our country, Honorable Speaker, are exempt. But however, when the suppliers of this particular supplies to them, they are not exempt. And therefore, the suppliers to these particular institutions are not able to claim their input VAT. So, Honorable Speaker, by now providing this expressive proposed, Honorable Speaker, is going to increase the working capital available to these particular institutions. And we're talking about entities that apply, for example, fuel to Kenya Defense Forces. So that supply of fuel is exempt because Kenya Defense Forces, for example, or National Intelligence or National Police Service product, those particular institutions are exempt from VAT. But now the supplier, according to the current law, is not allowed to claim input VAT. So therefore, we are exempting this particular case, Madam Speaker, to make it easier for those that supply vatable product to this particular institution.
Members, I propose the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 26A be now read a second time. Will as many of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now propose the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 26A be part of the bill. Does one of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Provisions relating to the Excise Duty Act, CAP 472, Clause 33.
Clause 33 has no amendment. I therefore propose the question that Clause 33 be part of the bill. I put the question that Clause 33 be part of the bill. Does one of the opinion say aye? Those of the opinion say nay? Ayes have it.
Clause 34.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 34 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that Clause 34 be amended by being deleted. Honorable Chairperson, this is one of the issues that we debated extensively yesterday and before yesterday. This matter relates to taxation on phones on activation. Honorable Chairperson, we agree that there has been a lot of tax evasion for many traders in mobile phones. Honorable Chairperson, you might find a phone like maybe an iPhone 17 trading at 200,000 shillings on a shop, whereas you know that price is not reasonable, Honorable Speaker. It means that around 55% of the taxes that on the phones, those people are not paying taxes, Honorable Speaker. So therefore, if taxing these phones on activation would have led to higher collection, Honorable Speaker, and making it a level playing field for everyone. Okay. However, Honorable Speaker, upon further interrogation of this particular clause, the committee concluded and agreed with the members of the public, the Kenya Revenue Authority needs to work on systems first if they are to change the taxation point, Honorable Speaker, because as worded in this law, Honorable Speaker, it would have added unnecessary tax administration to consumers. If, Honorable Chair, you buy a phone and you send it to your brother in the village, and maybe that phone you do not know tax was paid on it, and then that your brother is required to pay tax on it, I think that will create unnecessary tax burden, Honorable Speaker, to taxpayers, Honorable Speaker.
Members, I propose the question that Clause 34 be amended proposed by the Chair. The first bite will be Honorable Mwenje's bite.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, and I want to thank the committee because, Honorable Speaker, this was one of the clauses that I had a very serious problem with, especially with regards to the word activation, because my concern was that this would peg a phone to an individual. And that would mean that in any time that you want to track that phone or shut it down or anything, this would have been a clause that would have been dangerously put there to be abused. And I want to thank the committee for considering that.
Member for Kigumo.
Thank you, Chair. I'm also glad that we were listened to because we are raising this issue. And I think the problem we have with the KRA is that every problem looks like something that should be dealt with a new tax. So the inefficiencies of being unable to collect tax from people who deal with phones should not be passed on to consumers. And I think that is in the right place, and they must ensure that their systems are effective. Thank you.
McClub.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to laud the committee for that deletion, and this is why, honorable members, the proposals in this yellow paper are proposals from national treasury. It is us, the people who have been elected in this country, to look at what is painful with the people of Kenya and delete it and be able to rectify those things that are harmful to our society and will make the cost of phone expensive. Mr. Speaker, this is the way to go as legislators we were listening to the people of Kenya and we were able
Thank
to
you.
get solutions.
Members, I therefore put the question that clause 34 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. Will those of that opinion say aye? And those of that opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Members, I now put the question. All members, clause 34 is deleted, and therefore there is no point to make it part of the bill. Next clause.
Clause 35.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 is part of the bill. Chairperson. Doro Maklap. Doro Maklap. Doro Maklap. Take your seat.
Honorable Chair, on his feet. I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper. Again, this relates to the issue of excise duty.
Order. Doro Maklap. Yes. Get off the between the chair and the... Go ahead.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I beg to move that clause 35 be amended as per the order paper by deleting this particular provision. And again, this relates to the issue that we are discussing on telephone, on mobile phones, Honorable Chair.
Members, I propose the question that clause 35 be amended as proposed by the chair by deletion. Members, I put the question that clause 35 be deleted. Will husband of that opinion say aye? Those of that opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Clause 36.
All members, I propose the question that clause 36 be part of the bill. Honorable Chair.
Yes,
Honorable Chair, we are on clause 36. You got amendments to it?
36, yes. Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 36 be amended as per the order paper. This proposal will, again, Honorable Chair, clause 36(1) is about funds. On clause 36(1), Honorable Chairperson, the other is about the various rates, Honorable Chair, including the rates for small independent brewers. Honorable Chair, we found clause 5 very dangerous, Honorable Chair, and we could also not understand why it was there, because the clause 5 was reading in the description, spirits of undenatured extra neutral ethanol of alcoholic strength 90% purchased by licensed manufacturers, by deleting the word licensed manufacturers. So by deleting the word licensed manufacturers, it will mean that you will have high concentrated ethanol being available being sold to other businesses who are not registered manufacturers, Honorable Speaker. And we thought that would be very dangerous, Honorable Speaker. Further, I'll be moving to further amend clause F 10. That is that what? You know, reading these Roman numbers, X.
The Honorable Chair, you got order. The Honorable Chair, you can consult for a minute. Okay.
On clause 13, Honorable Chairperson, we are now introducing a new provision. And I think this is very important for our brothers and sisters in the sugar belt sector. We are now proposing to increase tax on imported sugar. The current rate of imported sugar is at 7.5 shillings per kilogram. Our committee report had recommended 10 shillings per kilogram, but upon further consultation, moving that further, this be amended by making it 40 shillings per kilogram, Honorable Speaker. This would mean that all the companies, Honorable Speaker, that are producing sugar, the likes of Mumias, the likes of Muhoroni, and all those others, Honorable Speaker, we are going out to make it easier for them to sell sugar in this country, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Those members, I propose the question that clause 36 be amended as proposed by the Chair of Finance Committee. The first bite will go to Honorable Nabi Nabuera. Honorable Nabi, it's over there. You got the mic.
Thank you, Chair. I second the proposal, Chair. Coming from a sugar growing area, one of the problems we have had as up to yesterday is imported sugar. By making imported sugar more expensive, it delivers good prices for local sugar. It makes our local sugar more competitive. I therefore second.
Thank you. The Honorable Murugara. Actually, I know there's this side, so I'll leave this side first, then I come back this side.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I support this. This is extremely timely. We have had problems with our factories, local production, and going off sugarcane.
Correct.
Because in Brazil or those other countries, it is extremely cheap to produce sugar. So they bring it here, not just like an export, it's dumping. So they dump it here, we buy it, and we kill our factories, and we discourage our farmers.
Thank you. Dono Mogaka.
This is extremely good.
Members, let's do a minute each. Dono Mogaka.
Don't have a mic.
You got a mic.
Yes, thank you, Chair, and I want to support that amendment, and in particular, thank and applaud the Chair, Finance Committee, and Parliament for moving people-driven amendments. I am extremely happy that among the constituencies that the Committee of Finance visited is West Mugrango constituency. And when I see amendments being moved pursuant to the contributions and public participation done in my Nyamira town, I say this is the parliament that the people want, and I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I want to support this amendment, for it is going to ensure that the sugar farmers are going to get more earnings. But, Honorable Chair, as the government imposes tax on imports of sugar, it must also remove levy imposed on tea, because tea farmers will not get earnings, will not get profit for their tea if their tea, which is entirely meant for export, is levied. So let government impose tax on imported sugar, but remove levies on tea for export.
Thank you. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya. Honorable Baya, you got the mic.
Thank you. Chair, I would like to support this amendment and congratulate the committee, but also to say that this will contribute to growing sugar in new frontiers. For example, Kwale is one of the areas that for many years, Ramisi sugar. We have even potential to grow sugar in Tana River and potential to grow the fastest growing sugar in Kilifi. Honorable Chair, this is an opportunity, but also in the same breath, I would like to request Honorable Kalemba to substantiate what levies have actually been imposed on tea. You know,
Thank you.
He does.
The Honorable Junet.
Chair, we must tell Kenyans the truth. That this finance bill is for Kenyans and it's meant to make their lives easy and simple. Chair, as I've said earlier, I represent sugarcane farmers. I represent my voters as sugarcane farmers. Chair, we have 17 companies in Kenya that produce sugar. And courtesy to this government of President William Ruto and the broad base, all the 17 are functioning. And all the 17 are paying farmers. And they are paying within 7 days. Chair, I want to tell you, governments that are facing elections like now, 1 year to elections, are known for removing taxes from sugar so that they can raise campaign funds. But this is a government that is imposing taxes on sugar 1 year to the election. What is that telling you? They want to take care of the farmers. They want to make sure that farmers earn, farmers get money. There is money in their pocket. We must respect and congratulate the President.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I would like to...
Now, what is out of order, Honorable Wanjiboka?
I'm concerned, Honorable Chair. The Chair of Finance received a call, and he has since not returned back. And you know he was dealing with a live wire. He was dealing with a live wire. So is he safe? Is he safe, Chair?
No. The member for Lagos Songa, order. Now Lagos Songa on his feet, he will be given a chance to contribute.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I wanted to say that this is one of the very progressive amendments that I would like to support. Chair, you know that me and you come from Siaya. We have 2 companies that are setting up, sugar manufacturing companies. And we want them to produce sugar to be sold to Kenyans, not to produce sugar and keep them in stores. Therefore, I want to thank the committee for this progressive amendment. This amendment actually is going to put money in the pockets of Kenyans, and is going to create employment for millions of Kenyans across the sugar belt.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair, for this opportunity. You know, Chair, by increasing the import duty or tax on imported sugar, basically we are protecting our farmers, and it's a good thing, Mr. Chair, that we protect farmers. But Mr. Speaker, it's also important to ask ourselves, what happens to the local prices of sugar? Why is it they are not competitive in the international market? Because that may be what we need to deal with. Because as you protect farmers and you impose import duty that is very high, you forget that you've also got consumers who actually require the cheaper the price. So what we need, Mr. Speaker, is to find a way of sorting out the price matter, that we support our local farmers, but at the same time we also support consumers.
Thank you.
Because
The member from where? From where?
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
There is nothing out of order on what Honorable Mbuya said. Go ahead, Honorable Member from where?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this chance to contribute to this amendment. While I support this amendment, I also propose that you impose taxes on imported rice so that we can protect the Kenyan farmers. We are spending 55.5 billion on imports to this country from India, from Pakistan, Mr. Speaker, from as close as Tanzania. We need to protect the very oppressed Moya farmer, Ahero farmer, so that they can make their living.
Thank you. Honorable Wangwe.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Chair, thank you so much. I just want to put some factors correct. Do we have enough sugar in the stores? The answer is yes. Do we have enough cane? Yes. What do we need? We simply need to have the market ready as it is. Therefore, Honorable Chair, I want to support the amendment by the committee that we put it high so that we don't want to see importation of sugar.
Thank you. Honorable Wakali Mulu. Honorable United, I thought you already gave a chance on this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Honorable Wakali Mulu.
I was wondering whether I will be in order to remind you that we are not in third reading. We are in third reading, not second reading. And the procedure has been...
Thank you. The Honorable Majority Leader. When all of this?
Chair, I rise to support this amendment and indeed thank the Chair first for doing the further amendment from 10 shillings to 40 shillings. I even wish it would have been higher to make it punitive so that we protect our sugarcane farmers. You remember 3 years ago we were importing sugar. Sugar was at a price of 550 shillings a kg. Because of the efforts that have been put to uplift the sugar industry in the country, today sugar is available, as Wangwe says, from the cane farmers. Cane farmers are getting paid. And the only way we can undo these good gains is if we allow all those cheap imports to come from outside. Finally, Honorable Speaker, I've had a number of us speak to other levies. Levies to do with tea. I want to clarify that this finance bill has 0 levies on tea or on coffee. It is very important that we make that clear so that even as we seek to speak to the public, we be clear that the finance bill had only issues to do with helping sugar cane farmers.
Chairman of the committee, finally, so that we put the question.
So, Honorable Chairperson, I just wanted to also inform this House that further, we have provided...
Do you want to be informed by the Honorable Babu Owino?
Okay, let me be informed by the Honorable Owino.
You want to inform the Honorable Chair? Go ahead and inform him. He says you can inform him.
Thank you very much, Chairman. You know, Mr. Speaker,
Mr. Chair.
Whoever he is, now, as at now, Chairman, let me inform the Chairman.
When we sit where you are sitting, we are chairpersons. When you sit on the seat behind me, we are speakers. We are not whoever he is.
Thank you. I was just trying to massage your ego, Chairman, but
I don't have ego at all.
Anyway, Chairman, let me inform Chairman, Finance Committee. Chairman, our consumption rate for sugar in Kenya is at 1.14 million tons that we consume. What we produce is 610 metric tons, correct? What we produce is 610,000 metric tons, which means that what we import is around 505,000 metric tons.
What is your source, Honorable Babu? What is your source of information?
Chairman, let me just inform you, please, that this information is common knowledge. Therefore, Chairman, when we talk about importation of sugar, it means that we solely depend largely on imported sugar as Kenyans. And therefore, when the Chairman Finance Committee is stating that taxes will be increased from 10 to 40, at that rate, it means that the consumers in Kenya are going to be hurt more. Okay. Chairman, as I proceed.
Thank you. You are informing the Honorable.
Let me finish my point, Chairman. Let me finish my point, please.
The Chairman of the Finance Committee, you've been informed about You are being informed about quantities of sugar. Are you abreast with those quantities of sugar import and export?
Honorable Chairperson, the figures that Honorable Babu Owino is referring to is figures of 2022. So there has been, when Honorable Babu Owino claims that knowing how many metric tons are produced is a matter of common knowledge, it is a matter of fact, Honorable Speaker. And some of us also have an advantage of having extensively done our research on this particular matter to have the correct result, Honorable Speaker. So I don't want to be informed because Honorable Babu Owino is misinforming and disinforming. Go ahead and wind up. Honorable Chairperson.
Wind up.
On the other matter, Honorable Chairperson, it is important to note on EE, Honorable Speaker, on imported MDF boards, imported block boards, imported plywood, Honorable Chairperson, we are now adding 30% excise duty, Honorable Speaker, for some of these particular items, Honorable Speaker. And this is the reason. I come from a timber growing constituency, Honorable Speaker. The whole of Njoro, the whole of Molo, the whole of Kuresoi. But what has happened, Honorable Speaker, we have some these imported MDF and plywood, Honorable Speaker, that are coming from all the way from China, that has made our factories uncompetitive, Honorable Speaker. So what we are saying is that we are going to be selfish as a country. We are going to protect our own. We are going to grow our manufacturing. And it is important, even if the figures about our production is even it were to be correct, Honorable Chairperson, we are not stopping importation. We are saying if you have to import, fine, pay more. We have higher tax collection, and we support farmers, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Members, I now put the question that clause 36, as amended, be part of the bill. Order. Honorable Babu Owino, order. All members, I now put the question that clause 36, amended proposed by Chair of Finance Committee. As one of the opinion say aye. As one of the opinion say nay. Members, I put the question that clause 36 as amended be part of the bill. Last that opinion say aye. As many of the opinion say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 35A.
Members, I propose the question that new clause 35A be part of the bill. Chairperson. Move to second reading.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that new clause 35A be now read a second time. This is amending Section 29 of the VAT Act by inserting the following new paragraph: that excess duty has been paid in respect of inputs used by a licensed or registered manufacturer to manufacture accessible goods. Honorable Chairperson, this is seeking to provide clarity on payment of excess duty on inputs by a licensed or registered manufacturer. So what is happening currently, Honorable Chairperson, manufacturers of accessible goods have not been able to claim the inputs they pay on the excise. So therefore, putting this provision now will make excise duty that is paid on raw materials, Honorable Speaker, to be claimable by manufacturers of accessible products.
Thank you. All members, I propose the question that the new clause 35A part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 35A be now read a second time. As one of the opinion say aye. As many people say nay. Ayes have it. I now put the question, members, that the new clause 35A be part of the bill. I put the question that the new clause 35A be part of the bill. As many other opinions say aye. As many opinions say nay. Ayes have it.
New clause 36A.
Members, I propose the question, the new clause 36A be part of the bill. Mover. The new clause 36A. It's on page 15, 13, clause 36A. The NIS, Kenya Defense Forces.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that this new 36A be now read a second time. Honorable Chairperson, as you know,